Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full Ibeam themed moveset. Now this was suggested by Mr. Morningstar, so thank you ever so much for this moveset theme suggestion. It was actually really fun to do, this one was. So if you guys have any moveset suggestions for yourself, please feel free to leave them in the comments and the best ones will be used for future videos. And if you are new to the channel, why not subscribe, as I upload pretty much every single day at the same time. So getting into this moveset, we've got Ibeam, because of course, Evil Eyes, Darkness Ibeam and Destructive Ray. And for our ultimate, we've got Darkness Rush, but we can also pick the second ultimate, our Evasive and our Transformation. So I'm not exactly sure if there is a second ultimate in the game at the moment which uses your eyes in some way, like what Darkness Rush does. I think if you're a Namekian, you can use both the melee and the ranged Darkness Rush. I'm not too sure, but because I'm playing the same, I can only use the melee one. So I decided to go for something that you probably wouldn't expect on this moveset, which is the Breaker Energy Wave, also known as, to some extent, the Angry Kamehameha. I also decided to go for Potential Unleashed over Super Saiyan as my transformation, and honestly it's just because I haven't been using Potential Unleashed that much lately, so I'm just giving it some shine and some love and some attention, god. And I decided to go for Armored Boost as my evasive, pretty much for the same reason. I mean, it is one of my favourite evasives in the game, but it does have its downsides, so you know, this is a very fun moveset. I really did have like a lot of fun using this. So with that being said, let's get into the first fight for this video. So getting into the first fight, my opponent picks a Freeze Race character and he's got two of the worst ultimates in game for 1v1 PvP in my opinion, which are the Sphere of Destruction and Energy Zone of all attacks. I'm laughing, I'm not trying to sound nasty, but I mean, I pretty much had to include this fight because I had two fights prior to this with no limitations on. So like I was level 85 and my first opponent was level 74 because I forgot to change the settings to just let people who were like around my level to join. And my second opponent for no limitations was a guy who was level 80 and he picked Hits Awoken Form, so it would have been the preset with Pure Progress on. But it took me roughly 30 minutes, 35 minutes to get, you know, those two people to join. Like no one else would join. And looking back at the footage, they weren't really that entertaining, so I did decide to scrap it and put this fight in instead, because if someone's running Energy Zone online in 1v1 PvP, it doesn't matter what you think about it, it's definitely interesting. So here he goes for the Sphere of Destruction. I mean, you know, just come on. I've got almost max stamina. I just used the Harm and Dash. I probably could have just broken his guard, to be honest. Like, how slow Beerus' attack is, like I could have either broken his guard or just used the Harm and Dash. But I took the safe option and went for the Harm and Dash, and here, while his stamina is still recovering, I go for the Darkness Rush, and then I immediately follow up with the Breaker Energy Wave. And you can only use the Breaker Energy Wave once per fight, and only when your opponent has very low health, and it takes no key to use. So I mean, there is a very nasty combination you can do with that. So right there, he breaks my guard with the God of Destruction's Anger. I mean, fair play, like I really wasn't expecting that. I forgot he was running it, to be honest. And I did try to hit him beforehand with the Darkness Ibeam, but it probably wouldn't have hit him anyway. So right there, just as the Energy Zone finishes off, I go for Evil Eyes, and it does hit him. Takes a bit of damage, not nearly enough to finish him off. He vanishes there. I set up the Anticipation Fist. From here, he's going to vanish once more, and he's going to try and go for the God of Destruction's Anger, but I'm just too quick with the Darkness Ibeam, and that will be enough to finish that guy off. Very fun first fight to start off the video. It's good to warm up with. Not the most intense, but certainly fun. So with that being said, let's go into the second fight for this video. So there's a bit of a funny story here. In a previous video, I mentioned that while I was fighting against a female Earthling or Saiyan, I can't remember which one it was, I mentioned that I just could not tell if the person who I was playing against was a female Saiyan or a female Earthling, because I don't play as them, and not that many people play as them as well online, so I just haven't learnt their, you know, their animations yet to tell them apart. So while I was playing against this player, I was thinking, oh, it's probably a female Saiyan, because why not? You know, no one's going to play as an Earthling. So here I scan her moveset, and then she goes for the Power Pole Pro. So I'm thinking, oh, she's an Earthling. Oh, it's the Power Pole Pro transformation, which I just absolutely love fighting against. It's just so much fun. Like, I think it's just fun because no one uses it, which is really is a shame. I mean, it is kind of weak. All I have to do is get her in a throw or a clash, and that's going to be it. Like, it'll just take her off it. So here I go for Armored Boost. I don't really know why, but I'm just trying to find an opportunity here to get her in the throw, and I do right here. And it's a bit funny because the Nimbus still stays. So So here, I mean, she's got like 5 bars of stamina. I think she just went for the Super Spirit Bomb. Well, yes, she did, because she's got the Super Spirit Bomb and the times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha as the 2 ultimates. I broke a guard, sent her flying away, and I tried and go for a free stamina reset myself, but I completely failed. I went for the Evil Eyes, they didn't connect, and then I went for the Rush Volley Key Blast, and it missed. And she goes for the time send Kamehameha right there. And from this point, I'm going to pretty much waste 4 bars of stamina. Well, maybe 2, it depends how you look at it. I did anticipate her going for the back hit, and I was going to try and perfect block it, but my timing was just completely off. Like, I was just so far off the mark there. But I did break a guard, I'm not exactly sure how. But from there, her stamina has been broken. I've got enough gear to go for the Darkness Rush. I use it. Doesn't finish her off, which is a bit weird, so I go for the Breaker Energy Wave, thinking she may not be expecting it, but she obviously was, because she moved out of the way. I vanished there and it didn't actually move me, so she went for the back hit, and I think if she just continued hitting me and didn't go for the back hit, she probably would have done enough damage to finish me off. And given how close that fight was, and the fact that she was using the Burcol Pro Transformation, I mean, come on, let's be fair, I've got to give her a second fight. So that being said, let's go into the second fight against this player, and the third fight for this video. So in the rematch, she's basically Queen Vegeta. Yeah, she's still running Super Spirit Bomb, and I mean, it's just too slow of an attack in PvP, well, in 1v1 PvP, to be threatening. But she's also running the ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha, which, I mean, again, yes, that is a much better ultimate attack, and it will do a ton of damage if it hits me. But as long as I have 3 bars of stamina, I can just go for the Arbor Boost and I'll be fine. She goes for the Power Pole Pro Transformation pretty early on, but unfortunately for her, we pretty much go into clashing immediately after, which cancels it out. And she uses the fully charged ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha, and I completely missed with the stamina break and with the disruptive waves. So I'm thinking that's fantastic. And I try go for the second disruptive wave there, and it just completely misses her again. So now I'm thinking, okay, she's going to have 2 bars of stamina in a moment. She's going to vanish more than likely if she does. I actually do hit her with the Disruptive Ray. I also hit her with the Darkness Ibeam, but she goes for a second ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha right there. And because she charged it up to the second stage, and because I hit her, she didn't need to recover afterwards. So maybe that was a bit of a mistake on my end. But I mean, from here, I go for a stamina reset, thinking I can maybe get away with it. But then she goes for the Power Pole Pro Transformation, so I mean, I do hit her out of it, so I do kind of get away with that stamina reset there. But with that being said, from this point in the fight, it's almost over now. She's not going to be able to recover now because she's got low stamina to begin with, like 5 bars. And she's now got low health. Granted, she's got max ki, so she could maybe hit me with the ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. I doubt it because, I mean, right now, I don't need to do anything. Like, oh, she's setting my stamina recharge. Even if she goes for the ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha and it hits me, all I need to do is go for 1 armored boost and I'm going to be completely fine. I do want to finish her off with the Darkness Ibeam, and I do because I break her guard and she just cannot protect herself. So a very fun second fight against that player. Let's go into the final fight for this video. And as we do go into the final fight for this video, I'm actually playing on ranked because I rarely do ranked fights just because I tend to find, you know, the more fun fights in play match. But I may start doing some more ranked fights if they're more like this one, because this was extremely intense. But I just could not get a read on this guy, and even now, like after the fact it's happened, like I just don't know what to make of him. Like I just completely, not panicked, but my timing for trying to get the perfect block when he vanished, well, when I vanished rather, like I just couldn't get it. Like I was completely off here. I don't know why. But I mean, you can see right now, like, he knows what he's doing. He's very fast, he's very aggressive. But I drained a lot of his stamina, and now granted he has drained quite a bit of mine, but you know, it's just, I just don't know what to make of this guy. And even right here, he's actually flying down, but he didn't break my guard or anything, and he goes for the Super Spirit Bomb, which is, like I've said like in previous videos and even in this video, it's not a threat because it's just too slow. But I do break his guard and I hit him with a Darkness Rush, and I don't know if he did that deliberately to get a stamina reset. I doubt it. And like right there, he vanished as soon as I went for the back here, and in my opinion, he just didn't need to do that. And he got a Super Saiyan 3 essentially right in front of me, so I can just break his guard again. Now, he will get his full stamina recharge, and I just look at my stamina, I don't even have 1 bar, I have barely 1 bar, well, barely half of a bar of stamina. But again, right here, he goes for a second Super Spirit Bomb. So I can just break his guard again, and I think I go for, like, I don't know what happened, like I stopped hitting him, I don't know what the hell I was doing. But it's just so weird, like he starts off very strong, but then he goes for the Super Spirit Bomb, I break his guard. He goes for Super Saiyan 3, I break his guard, and he goes for a second Super Spirit Bomb, and I break his guard. And he did break my guard when I went for the Darkness Rush, but I do believe that was completely accidental because I had lost stamina, and he hit me with the back hit. And I do get the free stamina, well, not the free stamina reset, but I do get a stamina reset. I go for Potential Unleashed and hit him with the breaker, well, with the Darkness Rush, and then I follow up with the Breaker Energy Wave, and I used it because, like what I've said before in this fight, I just can't get a read on him. So in my opinion, it was like a 50-50 chance it would hit him, but it didn't. But thankfully it takes an old key to use. Now I can't use it again in this fight, but I mean, again, it takes an old key, so it's whatever really. He does break my, well, I thought he was going to break my guard there. I turn around there for some reason, I don't know why, it must have been some sort of glitch. He goes for the Kamehameha, but I go for the Darkness Ibeam, which cancelled each attack out, which I thought looked so cool and like really awesome. And right here, I have to vanish, if not, he will probably do enough damage with one hit at that point to finish me off. I'm not too sure, but I didn't want to take the risk. And I do finish him off by doing a bit of a combo on him. And like I said, a very fun, interesting, and a very unique fight just because I couldn't get a read on that guy. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.